Dear colleagues, I'm honored to join you today for this Connected City workshop. And although my virtual presence fits with the themes of the day and with my presentation, I'm really sorry I cannot be there with you in person. The greener future concept and the application of ICT for energy efficiency is at the core of the initiative I'm going to present you today, the Green Digital Charter. I will focus my presentation on two main aspects of our work in relation to the Charter. First, I will present some best practices from the European cities already working in the field, and then I will explain the program we are developing to establish a cooperation with Chinese cities for an international network of green digital cities. But first, I will start presenting you the Green Digital Charter. The Charter is a declaration committing about 30 European cities to tackle climate change through an innovative use of digital technologies. It was a response to a European Commission recommendation to use ICT to facilitate the transition to an energy efficient and low carbon economy. And the concept was initiated by the organization Clicks and Links together with the City of Manchester, and then it has been further developed by Eurocities, the network of major European cities, and launched to its members in 2009. Today, the initiative is supported by the European Commission and is gaining more and more recognition by public, private, and European stakeholders as a reference for innovative local action in the field of ICT for energy efficiency. Indeed, the commitment of the Green Digital Charter reflects the aims and goals of current and future EU policy in relation to ICT and energy efficiency. The first example are the 2020 goals, as cities are indeed key to realizing European targets on climate and energy. On its side, the Charter can enable cities to exchange information and tools necessary to identify where and how performance can be improved in order to create more sustainable cities benefiting both citizens and businesses. Secondly, the Charter relates to the Smart City initiative as it encourages the use of ICT to improve all the central aspects of a smart city, building, energy performance, and transport, for example. Additionally, the funding for Smart Cities project under the current FP7 or the future Horizon 2020 program could potentially be used to develop pilot projects which would aid in reaching the commitment of the Charter, as we will see in a second. Lastly, the benefits of using ICT to reduce energy consumption and emissions have been well recognized in cities. The enabling effect of ICT will lead not just to environmental benefits in cities, but also to social and economic ones. Also, it should not be forgotten that the Green Digital Charter has a clear link with another mainstream EU initiative, the Covenant of Mayors. Both initiatives, indeed, are engaging European cities to increase energy efficiency across their territories, and we can say that a commitment of the Green Digital Charter can be included in the overall planning of the Covenant. In developing the Sustainable Energy Action Plan, it is indeed essential for cities to take advantage of the key role that can be played by ICT in the creation of a low-carbon economy and society. Teleworking, smart metering, e-government, fleet management, these are few of the many examples of ICT-enabled projects which cities can implement to reach their commitments in both initiatives. Going back to the Charter, I'm now presenting you the three tangible commitments in which can be found in addition to a very different state of range of statements, acknowledgements, and aims. The first commitment is to work with other Green Digital Charter signatories on ICT and energy efficiency. Sharing experiences, success stories, and challenges with peers is indeed one of the best ways to overcome obstacles or get inspiration for green ICT initiatives. The second commitment is to deploy 5 large-scale ICT for energy efficiency pilot projects per city within 5 years of signing the Charter. Digital technology is becoming an ever more present part of our daily life, and bottom-up initiatives making use, for example, of mobile phone applications are popping up everywhere. Cities therefore need to take note of this demand and enable the widespread use of digital technologies which can streamline everyday activities and promote climate-friendly behavior. Finally, cities commit to decrease ICT's direct carbon footprint per city by 30% within 10 years of signing the Green Digital Charter. While appreciating and promoting the enabling role of ICT for energy efficiency, it is in fact important to remind that ICT itself has a carbon footprint. Therefore, green ICT policies need to be put in place to ensure that ICT remains a solution and not a part of the climate change problem. During the first few years of its existence, the Green Digital Charter will be supported by the NICE project. The NICE project is led by Eurocities in a consortium with Clicks and Links and the City of Manchester, together with the Leibniz Institute and Ecological, Urban and Regional Development. It is financed by the European Commission under the 7th Framework Programme for Research and Technological Development, and it will run until February 2014 for a total duration of 30 months. As the overall aim of the project is to support cities in the implementation of their charter commitments, most project activities are focusing on this objective. Support, in particular, is provided through three sets of activities. First, the project develops a toolkit, a set of resources such as monitoring and reporting tools, all related to different aspects of the charter, from an action framework to self-assessment tools to a methodology to calculate ICT direct footprint, for example. Secondly, the project offers an ongoing support to cities through a series of targeted exchange and learning activities as training events, study visits in other cities, and the ongoing support through the dedicated contact point, which is available to answer all inquiries regarding the Charter. Finally, the project focuses on the outreach, organizing a series of networking and visibility events to increase the number of Charter signatories and facilitate the cooperation with relevant stakeholders at European and international level. As of October 2012, the Green Digital Charter has 28 signatories from all over Europe, all of which are large cities of regional relevance. Here you can have an overview of all our signatories. 3 new cities, though, will join the initiative in 2 weeks' time during one of the project visibility events taking place on the 31st of October in Bologna, and they will raise the number of signatories to 31 cities. At least 10 more cities are interested in joining this initiative, and we aim to reach at least 48 signatories by the end of the NICE project. I will now move to present you some concrete examples of green digital measures of European cities. Green digital initiatives touch all aspects of urban living: transport, energy, economic development, innovation and technological development, community involvement, and accessibility, for example. Here you can see a matrix that has been developed under the NICE project to help cities classify all their green digital initiatives according to 3 different dimensions. First, the application area, which are 5 key policy domains in which actions for green digital development can be implemented. Secondly, the activity type, which are 5 basic kinds of activity to trigger the innovation dynamics in terms of green digital development. And finally, the role of ICT, which are 4 kinds of contributions of ICT that can be made within each activity type and application area. More simply, though, we can divide green digital measures into 2 big sets of activities: the ICT for green, meaning all the enabling roles of ICT for energy efficiency, and green ICT, meaning for this the actions towards reducing the impact of ICT itself. As we said, the enabling potential of ICT to reduce energy consumption makes a major contribution to improve energy efficiency in all sectors of the economy. Intelligent systems optimize operation in variable environments and provide constantly up-to-date information. A prominent example of this is brought to us by the city of Nantes in France, where a pilot service for real-time passenger information delivers information on the local transport and traffic directly on mobile phones, facilitating the choice for green alternatives. Another key role of ICT is the measurement. ICT provides solutions that enable us to see our energy and emissions in real time, allowing individuals to control their carbon footprint in a very direct way. A good example of this comes from the UK city of Birmingham in the United Kingdom, which, together with Social Housing Association, is working to install home logbooks across the city. These logbooks keeps online records of the home information, also including smart metering to monitor energy consumption, and this not only helps tenants to save energy, but also allows a carbon and cost savings. Finally, ICT also plays a key role in the dematerialization of our daily way of life. The substitution of high carbon products and activities with low carbon alternatives, for example, by replacing face-to-face meetings with video conferencing as we're doing today, or paper with e-billing, play a substantial role in reducing emissions. A good example comes from the city of Stockholm, which is indeed offering a broad variety of e-services, applying for residential parking permits, booking your wedding at the city hall, reviewing documentation about elderly care treatment, comparing and applying for preschool, schools, and elderly care are just few of the 55 e-services currently available in the city. Although ICT can play a pivotal role in the greening of other sectors, it is important to remember that with the increasing use of these technologies, their carbon footprint is also increasing. This sector's contribution to greenhouse gas emissions can hardly be ignored, and a few cities are already engaged in addressing this issue. The municipality of Bologna in Italy, for example, is aiming to reduce the consumption of its own electronic equipment through a process of virtualization of its servers. The virtualization is helpful because a server used at 15% of its capacity is consuming almost as much energy as a server exploited at 90%. Grouping several servers into a single virtual machine can lead to saving in terms of cost for maintenance, energy, and space. Another way of greening ICTs is through the renovation and use of more energy efficient hardware. In the summer of 2013, the city of Vienna in Austria will move its ICT department and data center to a new building. The new data center will work more green efficiently than the current one, for example, through centralizing servers, which is expected to save annually 8.7% of energy, and on investing in new technologies and products and on new data storage architecture. I will now move to the last part of my presentation, focusing on EU-China cooperation. China is involved in a wide range of European projects, mainly focusing on technological innovation, but perhaps the most pertinent partnership for our purposes is the EU-China Partnership on Urbanization launched last February by President Barroso and Premier Wen Jiabao. The purpose of this partnership is to promote exchanges and cooperation on a wide range of sustainable urban development topics. In May of this year, a joint declaration was signed defining the details of an annual EU-China Urbanization Forum, facilitating cooperative efforts at all appropriate levels, including national, regional, and local levels. As part of its outreach activities, also the NICE project aims to collaborate with our peers in China by establishing a similar network for smart Chinese cities. In this way, we will be able to benefit mutually from experiences and knowledge by engaging within an international smart cities community. The first step of this collaboration have already been made through the contact with the city of Yantai in the northeastern Shandong province. Yantai has shown in the past to be really interested in working in EU-China cooperation in this field. Indeed, they have been the first covenant of mayors signatories in China and have been involved in the EU-China Information Society project, which ran from 2005 to 2009. Yantai is acting as a subcontractor in the NICE project and will be responsible to target other Chinese smart cities and set up a network of Chinese cities willing to work towards the Green Digital Charter commitment. Some cities have already been contacted either through the mentioned EU-China Information Society project, as in the case of Chengdu, Handan, and Baotou, or through their twin cities in Europe, as for the case of Wuhan and Shenzhen, respectively, working with the signatory cities of Manchester and Amsterdam. More and more cities are of course welcome to join the project. If you are interested in doing so, please contact me and I will put you in contact with our colleagues in Yantai. Yantai will also be responsible for organizing a project meeting in China in the spring of 2013 to gather together Chinese and European green digital cities and exchange on best practices. This event will be followed in the autumn by one of the project events taking place in Europe. This event will focus on EU-China cooperation and it aimed to be the operational counterpart of the EU-China Mayors Forum, which took place in Brussels last month. With this, I have concluded my presentation. I hope you find it interesting and useful, and I'm sorry I cannot be there to answer any question you might have, but should you need any additional information, you can contact the Green Digital Charter contact point at info@greendigitalcharter.eu or myself directly. I wish you a really good continuation of the day and a very successful meeting. Hope to see you soon in Brussels. Bye!